Stop, don't make a single movement, don't even blink. Listen to the silence in your room. Don't you think that it's changed? Don't you think April 2026 sounds different from the Aprils of your youth? The silence was empty. Now it's thick, dense, as if someone is standing behind you, breathing down your neck. But when you turn around, there's no one there. You feel it every day. You wake up tired, as if you've been up all night. We were carrying stones, even though we'd slept 8 hours. You look at familiar things, at your mug, at the view from the window, at the faces of your loved ones. And for a split second it seems to you that this is a set, that the world is painted on glass and the glass is about to crack. You forget words. You forget what you wanted to do a minute ago. You lose track of time. Days fly by like seconds, and hours drag on like rubber. Do you think it's stress? Do you think it's age? Do you think these are magnetic storms? No. This is the beginning of a process Vanga predicted 3 days before her death. And this prediction was never published, because it was too scary for a 20th century person to understand. She called it the era of white noise or the time erasure. Today on the Point Taken channel, we will reveal for the first time what was stored in a glass capsule, a special archive that was not to be opened until the winter of 1926. What you are about to hear may make you dizzy. It may cause panic, but it will also give you the only hope, because the world has begun to erase itself and only those who have an anchor will be saved. Listen to me very carefully now. This is not a request from a blogger, but a survival guide for your sanity. Vanga said, when the world becomes foggy, hold hands. Whoever lets go will dissolve. Our Point Taken channel is hand. This is the only rope over the abyss into which humanity is falling. Look down, subscribe button. Now it's just a button for you. But in 10 minutes, when I explain the essence of erasing, you'll understand that this is your anchor. Click it now, turn it on. Bell. This isn't for me, this is for you. Algorithms have already begun to hide the truth. Videos are disappearing from feeds. Point Taken channels are blocked without reason. This is also part of the erasure. If you don't subscribe now, the system will lose you. You will be left alone with white noise. We are closing the circuit. Click. You're with us. Now inhale. We're beginning our descent into the void. We've grown accustomed to expecting Vanga to predict wars, exchange rates, and presidents. But at the very end of her life, when she barely spoke anymore and only whispered, something else worried her. She saw not the fire, she saw fog. A tape was found in her niece's archives. There's no date on it, only a marker note for those who will remain. Vanga's voice on the tape sounds strange. Not like the voice of an old woman, but like the voice of a child frightened by the darkness. She says, the year will come when people will look in the mirror and not recognize themselves. The year will come when a mother will he'll look at his son and ask, who are you? And it won't be a headache, it will be a time illness. The year 26. Vanga called it the year God blinked. What happens when we blink? For a split second, the world disappears. Vanga said, in 1926, the world will disappear for more than a split second. It will start to flicker like an old light bulb. Have you noticed any glitches in reality lately? Months. Things that disappear from the table and appear somewhere else. People who behave like robots, repeating the same phrases. A feeling of déjà vu that haunts you 5 times a day. These are symptoms. Reality is thinning, the fabric of existence is frayed to holes, and through these holes comes to us nothing seeps through. Vanga warned, fear soft sounds, fear silence, fear the moment when you forget your name. This is the virus of oblivion. It does not affect the body, it affects your attachment to this world. In the 26th year, millions of people will become empty. They will go to work, eat, sleep, but inside they will have the lights off. Vanga called them shadows. Shadows will walk among you, she said. They will smile, but their eyes will be like glass. Don't look into their eyes for long, otherwise you yourself will become a shadow. You think, well, here they go again, scaring you. But ask yourself honestly, do you feel 100% alive or have you already started fade? Do you taste food as vividly as you did 5 years ago? Does music make you happy, or has everything become plasticky and gray? The same. That's the white noise at work. It erases colors, it erases emotions, it prepares us for the transition to a state of nothingness. But there is a way to stay alive, there is a way to preserve the light. Vanga left a code of clarity, but this code cannot be simply passed on. It must be accepted. To accept it, you must be part of the egregore, part of the community. Right now, write in the comments the phrase, "I hear." These aren't just comments for YouTube algorithms. This is a metaphysical statement from the universe. You're telling the world, I exist, I am here. I am not a shadow. Right? I am here. Establish your presence in this reality. The more of us there are, the denser the protective field. Right, don't be lazy. Laziness is the first sign that the noise has already begun to consume you. Now let's move on to the main point. Frightening, to what Vanga called a rewritten book. She said, in the 26th year, the past will begin change. You will remember one thing, but the books will write something else. Monuments will stand to the wrong hero. Cities will have different names. The Mandela effect. No, it's something more. It's a rewriting of the timeline. Vanga saw a huge hand take an eraser and begin erasing the pages of history. Entire nations will forget where they came from. Entire generations will lose their fathers. In 26, we will face the phenomenon of mass amnesia. You will be told things from the screens that contradict your memory, and everyone around will nod. Yes, that's how it was, they'll say. We've always been at war with Oceania. And you will go crazy because you remember the truth. But the truth will become dangerous. The truth will become a sign, madness. Anyone who remembers will be an outcast, Vanga prophesied. They will be treated with pills so that they forget, so that they become like everyone else, happy and empty. Are you prepared for the fact that tomorrow you will wake up and your school memories will turn out to be false? Are you prepared for the fact that will the photos in the albums change? Vanga said, take care of paper. Numbers lie, glass lies. Only paper and ink keep the truth. She ordered, write down the names of your ancestors, write down the dates, hide these records in an iron box, for the wind will come that will push memory out of our heads. This sounds like nonsense, like science fiction. Look at neural networks, look at deepfakes. We already live in a world where you can't trust your eyes and ears. In 26, this process will reach its peak. Reality will become fluid, and only those who have a point of support will be able to hold on to it. On Point Taken channel, we're creating an archive of truth. We'll remind you of what's real. We'll be your external hard drive, storing a backup copy of the world. But only subscribers will have access to this drive. If you're not subscribed, you're at risk, you're out at sea without a compass. Algorithms will hide our videos from you, and you'll be left alone with a new, rewritten reality. Don't let yourself be erased. Subscribe right now, while the button still works, while the internet still remembers us. Secret Recordings in Agnes 20, the 6th year, is divided into 3 stages, 3 waves. And the first wave is already rolling towards us right now in April. The wave, the first one. Gray fog. April, April. Vanga described it like this. People will become tired. Sleep will be unrestful, food will lose its flavor, and joy will vanish. Everyone will become irritable, but lethargic, like flies. In the fall. Do you feel it, this leaden heaviness? It's your energy trying to resist the Earth's changing frequencies. The Earth is raising its vibration, and we can't keep up. We're being crushed. At this stage, it's important not to sleep too much. Vanga warned, those who sleep too much in a fog may not wake up as the same person they were. Fight apathy, move, get angry, scream, just don't be indifferent. Indifference is the death of the soul. Wave 2. Matrix glitch. April, May. Objects will begin to fall upward, Vanga said metaphorically. Birds will fly backwards. Technology will go crazy. A collapse of digital systems is expected in the spring of 2026. Bank accounts may be wiped out or, conversely, millions will appear, only to disappear in an hour. Traffic lights will turn purple. GPS will lead you into a swamp. Vanga called it a demon's joke. Don't trust machines, she pleaded. In May of 26, Trust only your own heart and sun. If you trust the navigator, it will lead you there, from where they return. If you trust the clever mind, it can lock you away forever. Wave 3. Silence. Summer 2026. This is the culmination. Vanga saw it. The world will go deaf for 3 days, the sounds will disappear, the birds will fall silent, the wind will stop blowing, people will open their mouths, but no words will be heard. This will be server reboot. It is in these days that it will be decided who will remain in the new reality and who will be erased. Those who will panic and disappear. Their consciousness will crumble. Those who remain calm and know the word key will move to a new level. What is this word key? Vanga left it. She said, when silence comes, repeat this so that your mind doesn't snap like a string. We will reveal this word in the second part of the video, because we need to prepare. If you say it now without preparation, it won't work or it will do harm. We must warm up your energy. We must gather an army of the awakened. There's another topic in the archive that makes your hair stand on end. Vanga called them changelings. She said, at 20 in the 6th year, many people will leave, and others will take their place. They will look the same. The voice will be the same, the face too. But you will feel the cold. Have you noticed that some public figures, politicians, celebrities, have suddenly changed dramatically? Their looks have changed, their speech has changed. This isn't plastic surgery, it's a substitution. Vanga said, the soul has departed, and the body has been occupied by the master of emptiness. In 26, there will be many such empty people. Perhaps your neighbor is no longer your neighbor. Perhaps your boss is just a bio-suit controlled by a program. How can you tell the difference? Vanga gave a sign. They don't like animals, and animals are afraid of them. A dog will howl at such a person as if he were dead. Keep an eye on your pets. They're detectors. If your cat suddenly starts hissing at a stranger she's known for 10 years, chase him away. It's not him. Submeshes can't cry. They have no tears. Submeshes don't understand jokes. The bastards speak the right words, but they exude a grave chill. Why do they come? They fill the space. When reality thins, extras are needed to keep the set from collapsing. They are the extras of the. Their job is to lull your vigilance, to do so that you too become empty. Be like hedgehogs, Vanga advised. Put out your needles. Don't let those who makes you shudder, even if it's an old friend. You're listening now and thinking, how can I protect myself? How can I not go crazy in the midst of shadows and phantoms? We have an answer. We have an anchor ritual. It doesn't require candles or blood, it requires awareness and one simple object, which everyone has in their pocket. We'll talk about this in the second part. But to gain access, you must prove to the system that you're alive, that you're not a bot, not a shadow, not a spoof. How to do this? Interaction. A living person has a will. A shadow only has a program. Show your will. Like this video, it's action. Write any comment. Write, I'm alive. And most importantly, subscription. Subscribing to the code is your registration in the Ark. Imagine that we are making evacuation lists. The subscribe button is your signature in the journal. If you don't have a signature, you're not on the list. When silence begins, we can help you. The Point Taken channel will be closed to outsiders. Access will remain only for those within our group. Don't risk eternity for the sake of passing. The erasure will be uneven. Vanga saw a world map on which entire countries were disappearing. Those where there has been much lying, a crater will form, she said. The land there will turn gray, and birds will not nest there. Western Europe, according to Vanga, will be covered with a glass dome. They will close themselves off from the world, thinking that they will be saved, but they will lock themselves in with illness. They will forget God, and God will forget them. America. Vanga saw her unraveling. The eagle will lose its head. Feathers will fly away. Every state will stand up for itself. And what about Russia? Vanga always spoke of Russia with bated breath, but this time her prognosis was grim. Russia is the root. When a tree shakes, the roots creak, but they hold. Russia will hold the whole world so that it doesn't flew to Tartarus. In 2026, Russia will become a conservation zone. Here, on our land, memory will fade more slowly. The north wind brings forth fog, she said. People in Russia will suffer, but they will remain. People. They will retain their souls. Vanga called Russia a sanctuary of the spirit. This is where those who want to escape the white noise will flee. But Russia will close the doors. Those who didn't come in peace yesterday won't be allowed in tomorrow. But even in Russia there will be dead zones, megacities. Stone bags will suck out memory faster than anything else. Vanga warned. Run from the cities, run to the earth. The earth remembers everything. Asphalt doesn't remember anything. If you have a dacha or a house in the countryside, get it ready. In 26, it won't be a place to rest. This will be your refuge from the erasure of reality. Where there is living soil, the white noise is weaker. You feel a chill running down your spine. It's your intuition telling you this is true. Your brain may resist, it may say, this is just a horror story. But your soul knows. She remembers the future. We've reached the line. I told you the symptoms. I told you about the 3 waves. I told you about the changelings, but I didn't tell you the main thing. Medicine. Vanga's glass capsule contains instructions on how to create a memory totem, an object that will not give you to forget yourself. What 3 words should you write on the door of your house in May of 1926 to keep the shadows out? And that same sound code for period of silence. This information is too dangerous to be publicly available. If the Hollows find out, they might use it against us. We must test our army. We must ensure that only the living are gathered here. The conditions are strict. I'll post the second part, where I'll give full instructions and the sound code, only under one condition. We have to raise 30,000 comments under this video with the word key. Show that you're real. Show that you want to be saved. Write "Give me the key." I'm waiting for the key. Key. Blow up the comments. Let the algorithms go crazy with our energy. And most importantly, check out the counter. Subscribers. If you're not there yet, you're a ghost. You're invisible to rescue. Fix it. Press the button, become alive. Vanga said, the door will close suddenly. The one who is already at the threshold will succeed. You are at the threshold. Take a step. Stay tuned for part 2. It will be released when the required number of survivors is reached. Silence falls. End of communication.